All right, for today's video, we are talking about how to estimate area and perimeter of a shape. So our learning target is I can estimate the area and perimeter of irregular shapes. For your I know, please write down what do you already know about area and perimeter. So maybe you say, I know how to find the area of a square, or I know how to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle. So this is where you write what you already know. I can't write that down for you. We have two vocabulary words. The first one is area. Area is the number of unit squares that can be contained within a figure. That's basically how much space is inside of a shape. And then perimeter is the total distance around the edge of a figure. So this is the space around the edge of a shape. Don't forget to write down the date that you're taking these notes. Again, depending on what day, it could be a little bit different for everybody, so I don't write that down either. So please make sure you have all that written down. Pause the video now, and then restart when you're ready to get going. Hopefully at this point you have already written down everything above. You pause the video, and now you're back with me. So we're going to be talking about first irregular figures that look something like this. So when I see this shape, and I want to find its area, and I want to find its perimeter. Okay? So to find the area, we're going to start with that. When I look at this shape, what I see is I see two rectangles. So I see that I could split it here and make two rectangles, or I could split it here and make two rectangles. And either way is just fine. I'm going to split it here. I kind of like splitting it up and down because that's happier for my brain. If you prefer to split it the other way, go ahead and do that. So now I see I have two rectangles. I'm going to start with this smaller rectangle here. I want to know what the area is of that smaller rectangle. So I see that this side here, that's 5 feet. I need to also know, though, how long this side is. To figure that out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I know that this side here is 15 feet, and this side is 8 feet. That means this orange side, that has to be the difference between 15 and 8. So I'm going to say that that's 15 minus 8. So that's 7 feet for that side right there. Okay? That means that the area of my yellow shaded box is 7 times 5. Okay? Now I can do the same thing. I need to find the area of my larger box, which I'm going to shade green. So this bigger rectangle that I've shaded green, to find the area of that, well, I see that this side is 8 feet, and I see that this side is 12 feet. So to find the area of my green, I'm going to do 8 times 12. If I solve both of these, 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 12 is 96. That means that the area of my entire shape is 35 plus 96. You can do that on a calculator or in your head. Either way, you're going to get 131. And that will be feet squared. Now to find perimeter, all we're going to do is we are going to find the length of each side. So I have 15, 5, 8, 12. I found out this is 7. So I just need to find the length of this mystery side that I'm going to shade blue. Well, I can do this the same way I found the 7. I know the whole height of this shape is 12. I know this little part is 5. So that means that this line here has to be 12 minus 5, which is also 7. So then tracing around the edge to find the perimeter of the whole shape, I have 12 plus 8 plus 15 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7. Okay? Adding this up, 12 plus 8 is 20, plus 15 is 35, plus 5 is 40, 47, 54. So this is going to be 54 feet around the edge. Okay? That's how I find the area and perimeter of that irregular figure. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. If you want to try to pause and see if you can find the area and perimeter of this shape before I do, please go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to be solving it as well. But if you want to try to do it on your own, please do that now. Again, I'm going to split the shape here, and I'm going to shade each of the rectangles a different color, just to help me keep track of which one I'm talking about, especially for area. Okay? For the blue triangle, I know that my dimensions are 1 here, and then the entire side length here is 7, and this side length is 3. So to find the length of just this part, I'll do 7 minus 3, and so I get that the length of this blue triangle is 4. So I know that my area of the blue is 1 times 4. For the red, I can see that this side is 3, and this side is 5. So I'll do 3 times 5 for the red. If I solve both of these problems now, I get 1 times 4 is 4, 3 times 5 is 15. I add those together to get the entire shape. 4 plus 15 is 19 meters squared. That will be my area. For perimeter, if I go around the edge of this shape, we'll go in green this time. I know this length is 7, 1, 4, 5, and 3. So all I have left to find is this side right here. Well, if this side is 1 and this side is 5, well, then this has to be 4 meters long. Okay? Now I just add up all of those numbers. So I have 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4. You can use your calculator. Otherwise, 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16, 20, 24. So my perimeter would be 24 meters squared. So that is how we find exact area and perimeter of weird figures like this. Our second topic today is looking at figures on a graph and trying to estimate their area and perimeter. Okay, so we're going to start with this apple. For this apple, what we're going to be doing is we want to start with the area. Okay? And this is a weird figure with a lot of curves, so I'm not going to be able to find exactly the area of this shape. So instead, I'm going to estimate. So I'm going to start shading in my squares and see how many squares I have. So if I start shading these in purple, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 entire squares. okay? Then for my smaller squares, what I'm going to do, my partial squares, is I'm going to start trying to combine them to see how many holes I can make. So for example, this little one and that little one I might call one hole. I might say, okay, here's those two I'll combine. So that's a second hole. Combine those two to make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's pretty close to a hole, so I'll call it 8, 9, and then maybe say 10 and a half. So for the rest of those, I'll say it's maybe 10 and a half. So to find the area of the whole shape, I'll combine my purple whole squares with my yellow partial squares that I sort of combined. And I will call that about 26 and a half square units. To find the perimeter of this shape, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a place to start, and I'm going to start right here where this sort of stem is for this apple. And I'm just going to go around the edge, and I'm going to count everywhere I see a line touching, and I'm going to call that approximately 1. So I'm going to say that's 1 space, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then to get back to here, 18. So if I count how many spaces around the edge, if I counted them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 spaces around the edge. Now again, we know that this is not exactly accurate, but we know that it's pretty close. So I'm going to say that its perimeter, my estimate, is 16 units around the edge. So if you want, you can practice again on this picture of the lemon here below. But that is going to be it for our video. Again, as always, please let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to rewatch this video, and have a great rest of your day.